I'm your host with the most, Local from 23. You're joining me for Royal Romance Book 3, Chapter 7, Haute Culture. After an unexpected detour in Applewood, you're on your way to Kiara's estate. Madeline and Max will join you in the train's boutique. Okay, team, huddle up. There's no need for that. And even if there were, I work for Riley, not for you. So, if I ask you to get in the huddle with us... Madeline's only response is an arched eyebrow. Just checking. So, what's today's agenda? Lay it on me. We'll be arriving at Kiara's estate shortly for tomorrow's International Arts and Food Festival. You do remember Kiara, I hope? Of course I remember her. Oh man, I really want to go with that. It's hard to ignore someone who constantly speaks French. I love Kiara. You can always count on her for an interesting conversation. Indeed, she's one of the more confident, noble women at the court. I've prepared notes on Kiara's family. I recall that you struggled with the dossier last time, so I've endeavored to make this one more accessible for you. Is it colored and connect the dots? Instead of a binder, she hands you a large stack of note cards. This is different. How? The note cards. I made bullet points. There are over 100 cards here. You're giving us these now. They took all night to prepare. Surely this will be easy for you to peruse at your leisure. Never mind. I'll give you a summary. In addition to being a duke, Kiara's father, Hakim, is one of Cordonia's most long-established diplomats. He's kind of a big deal. Bertrand invited the family to a couple Belmont bashes, but Hakim's never showed up, always making excuses like border treaties, or this, or economic summit that. Then there's Kiara's mother, Jolie. She's an award-winning painter who has used her art connections to solidify alliances for Cordonia. So, really professional father, Hakim. Jolie is... okay. Is anyone in this family not a world-class negotiator? Kiara's older brother, perhaps. He's not very well known at court, or anywhere outside their duchy, for that matter. So I have to impress a career diplomat, a famous artist, and a mysterious brother. Any suggestions? Madeline begins searching through the racks of dresses in the boutique. Oh Christ, here we go though. In the other social spheres, Hakim and Jolie frequent acknowledging another country's flag as a sign of respect. Acknowledging the house colors is sure to make a good impression. And don't forget their adorable house crest! I'd advise against calling a centuries-old crest adorable to Kiara's face. It's not my fault that her ancestors picked a cute owl for their symbol. If you can work that into an outfit, I'll be impressed. For 32. Okay, my brain stopped. What? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, wow. Showstopper. Damn, girl. A dazzling and worldly, you look to show off your cultured side. I'm just acting like the owl. I still like that one, though. Yum diddly scrumptious. I appreciate the effort, but I'd rather keep it simple today. At least black is their house color. I suppose it'll have to do. Is there anything else you can tell me about this festival? Artistic feuds to avoid? Food to get excited about? Please tell me there will be funnel cake? I have no promises and can make none about the menu, but above all else, this will be an international event. Visitors come from far and wide to show off their country's art and delicacies, and share in Cordonia's in turn. It's an annual testament to the work that Hakim and Jolie do, so showing interest in festivities will demonstrate enthusiasm about the efforts. Enjoy some food, compliment some paintings. I can handle that. There's a loud whistle outside as the train starts to slow. We're here! I don't want to be here. Can we just go back to the royal, like, palace and just chill? Beautiful home, though. Motorcade carries you and your friends from the train to the sunlit grounds of the chateau. It's good to see you, Riley. Liam slips his hand into yours and quickly kisses you on the cheek as everyone else takes in the surroundings. So this is Kiara's home. I was expecting more flags, maybe signs in a couple dozen languages. You haven't seen the inside yet. The front door opens and Kiara descends the stairs to greet you, accompanied by a young man. I'm assuming your brother. You're here. Goddamn French! Bienvenue. Hi. Your Majesty, Duchess Riley, it's an honor to have you at our home. Liam, come on, man. Not you too. Now I gotta do it in your accent. Shit. Tout les plaisirs est pour nous. It's nice to finally visit your home. You're both too kind. And, Drake? You look, that suits you. Drake awkwardly tugs at his collar, trying not to meet her gaze. Yep, that's what suits are for. How are you feeling, Kiara? We heard you were hurt in the attack. What a terrifying night, no? But I was lucky. After some time resting at home, I'm back in one piece. And yes, I've changed her accent just a little, because it's French. Why not? Are you going to introduce me to your friends, Kiara? Or should I start guessing names? I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Everyone, this is my brother, Ezekiel. Oh, hey! It's my BattleNet name. And the name my friends called me for like 6 years. It's nice to meet you. Kiki told me all about you guys. Ezekiel. What did she tell you? Let's be nice. Well, let's see. She told me how nice Liam is. Riley sounds like a bit of a wild card. She said there would be a breakdancer, a pretty trivia champion, and a hot one named Drake. Zeke! Oh. Kiara visibly stops herself from burying her face in her hands. Ezekiel loudly clears his throat. I like him. So anyway, Duchess Riley, it's an honor to have you and King Liam here. This is basically Dad's dream come true. Not that he's the only one who wants to see you all, obviously. A little less talking, Ziggy. More smiling. There's a crunch of gravel as another car pulls up in front of the chateau. Penelope steps out holding 2 leashes in her hand. Sorry I'm late. I had to take the dogs for a quick walk after that train ride. Oh god, why did we take her along? I don't blame them. I could use a walk right now. Salute, Penelope. Hi! Penelope rushes over to hug Kiara, nearly lifting her off the feet. Mon Dieu, you're stronger than you look. That coat texture, that poise. Kiara, you didn't tell me Penelope's dogs were purebred miniature poodles. I can't say I noticed. Merlin and Morgana will shake your hand if you like. They're very good dogs. Ezekiel's face lights up for just a moment before he puts on a more polite expression. Thanks, but maybe later. We should head inside. The cocktail reception is just beginning. While the others head toward the house, Liam quickly pulls you aside. Riley, I have some news that might affect our visit. Kiara's family was expecting my father to attend the festival, but he had to return to the palace to rest. His doctors say he's getting worse. I'm so sorry, Liam. You rest your hand on his arm, and he smiles at you, clearly grateful for the reassurance. To be honest, it's a relief to talk to someone about it. As worried as I am for him, I am also worried that his absence will raise questions. He hasn't publicly discuss the extent of his illness, and until he does, if he does, I could use your help deflecting any questions. Liam. Well, I'm sure people will notice. Let's go with that. We can say he had to go to a yoga retreat. Maybe his horoscope told him his sign was in the wrong quadrant for important meetings. Or I know, he needed to wash his hair. I mean, I get it, you're making humor, but Liam chuckles. Oh yes, he misses affairs of state for the sake of personal hygiene all the time. My point is, I'll help you cover for him. Thank you, Riley. I know I'm in good hands. Literally and figuratively. You catch up to the others in the right sitting room. Several elegantly dressed guests are already milling around, each with a cocktail in hand. Wow, this place is like a museum. I still don't see any flags. I thought the globe bar would be more your speed. Just then, two men walk up to greet you. One new and one familiar. I remember him. I just don't remember how he did his voice. Screw it. Buon pomeriggio. Ah, here are our guests of the hour. King Liam, Duchess Riley, I believe you've met Francisco. And this is my father, Duke Hakim of Castelsariolo. I know I've probably pronounced that incorrect, but holy crap, that's a long word. You were not, I'm gonna be honest, you were not what I was expecting. Just the suit and tie kind of guy, just kind of Drake level? Huh. Okay. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming. Your Majesty, I hope your journey was comfortable. A pleasant trip to a pleasant destination. Excellent. I presume this is Duchess Riley. It's good to finally make your acquaintance. Likewise. I hear her grace has taken the lead in rallying the Cordonian spirit. I think we're gonna settle on that accent. And then I was gonna go like something like this, but we must have back here on your level to what? I'm sorry, it's just I didn't think it would be his accent would go with that. Something more decadent, I guess. Liam and I are doing our best. I didn't realize the Unity Tour was intentional international news. It is for those of us with an interest in Cordonian politics. How lucky for the kingdom that it has you on its side. Thank you. I must say again, I was on the fence about attending this event's festival, but my partner spoke so highly of the artist, and I simply had to see it for myself. I trust we'll make the trip worth your while. We shall see. I'll make my decision on the International Art Association after the festival, and no sooner. What's the International Art Association? It's a program that facilitates the sharing of culture and ideas across borders. It's quite prestigious, but Cordonia's never been nominated for entry before. It took some doing, believe me. Francisco's a board member, so pending his approval, Cordonia's in. Yes, but even for my personal friends, that approval must be earned. I'll see you for my assessment tomorrow. Amico mio. Francisco bows politely to you. King Liam and the others then wander off to chat with some of the other guests. I thought that was a good accent to give him with, instead of the one we were going to go with, that we've done before. Merci beaucoup. Oui, oui, ma. Welcome to the party. Speaking of more, is the King Father traveling separately? I thought he'd be with you, Your Majesty. Liam keeps a polite expression on his face, but you can see his body tense ever so slightly beside you. My father, I'm afraid he won't be able to attend. Pardon? He sends his deepest apologies, but he simply wasn't feeling well enough. Wait, Liam, I thought we were supposed to make something up. You're just like, he wasn't feeling well. Okay. The surprise on Hakim's face turns to disappointment. I've invited him every year since we began hosting this festival a decade ago. This year, the first year we're eligible for the International Art Association, he gave me his word he would attend. I understand the life of a king is a very busy one, but it's a shame when an old friend breaks a promise. Duke Hakim. Shit. I don't want to pick the wrong one. This one's tough. Because I don't want to piss him off. I don't want to say there's always next year, which that's a bad one. And then if anything does happen to the king or former king, and we were the one to convince him to go home. I feel like that might be it, if it leads to, we were the one to convince him to go home, he was really set on it, but he was feeling really ill, and we just, you know, it would, I'm gonna go with it, let's just see. He really wanted to come, but Liam and I thought the last thing you'd want is him showing up and making your guests sick. Olivia glances at you, then chimes in without missing a beat. Liam practically had to order him to retire to the palace. Yeah, yes, that's true. You know those seasonal bugs, they can be nasty. I've been feeling sneezy ever since he left. Everyone around Maxwell takes a reflexive step back. Don't sell it too hard, guys. Again, you have his deepest apologies in mind, but the festival will go on. The game rubs the back of his head and sighs. On the bright side, this gives me an opportunity to get to know my other guests better. Please, please help yourself to some refreshments. He waves over a server bearing a platter of various drinks. Fruit punch, mint julep, whiskey. I would typically go with whiskey because it's Drake's drink of choice. And I've been looking up whiskeys. God damn, this game compels you. But for my own personal enjoyment, ha ha ha. Fruit punch. Let's go with a mint julep. Something just light. You help yourself to a glass of refreshing mint julep. The rumors I've heard of your hospitality are true, Duke Hakim. I've always said that the first step to being a good diplomat is being a good host. Now, let me see. You are Lady Hannah, I believe, and young Maxwell Belmont. That's us. Then you must be Drake Walker. You've risked quite a lot for Cardonia. I only met your father on a few occasions, but I'm sure he'd be proud. Oh, thank you. What about me? Shut the hell up, Penelope! It's good to meet you as well, Penelope. All of them get a proper greeting. Before Navrakas? Who's next, the dog? Oh, God damn it, Olivia, you're worse than Penelope. My apologies, Duchess Olivia. I thought someone from a powerful family needed no introduction. Ooh. Ooh. You are indeed a diplomat. Olivia blinks at him, caught off guard by the praise. That's all right. I'm glad that Navrakas' reputation precedes me. No wonder this guy's a diplomat. No shit, we think alike. Keem turns back to you, his expression welcoming. Hope you're enjoying the reception so far, Duchess Riley. I feel like both of these are horrible answers. I always appreciate when a host rolls out the red carpet. Was expecting more fireworks. I'll go with red carpet. Zico glances quizzically at his father. Red carpet? I didn't realize the color scheme was so important. I could get one. There might be something in the attic. It's an idiom, Ezekiel, and a compliment at that. I'm sorry, Your Grace. I'm not half the diplomat my dad is. It's all right, Ezekiel. These things take time to learn. The king claps his son on the shoulder fondly. Ezekiel smiles at him, but the expression is strained. And to that end, I expect a full written analysis of any political deals at the festival tomorrow. Once your responsibilities there are concluded, Riley and I were hoping you and your family would attend our wedding. We're trying to rally Cordonia's spirits, and we can't do that without the help of its leaders. Your attendance would mean more than you know. An invitation to your wedding? Your Majesty, Your Grace, I'm deeply honored. If the timing were different, I would accept it in a heartbeat, but unfortunately, we've already made other plans. Plans that are more important than unifying the country? Certainly not more important, but difficult to change on short notice. I'm expecting a legal summit in Switzerland, along with my family. We must leave as soon as tomorrow's festival is concluded. You're fine without me, Dad. Really, I could just call in from... We've discussed this, Ezekiel. Researching the summit proposals would be an excellent practice for you. Ezekiel nods, not meeting his father's eyes as he stuffs his hands in his pockets. Again, I am so sorry to disappoint, but canceling our plans now would be quite difficult. Won't you have to cancel if we get into the International Art Association, Father? The paperwork and confirmation meetings. No point in making assumptions, Kiara. Despite our friendship, Francisco's a notoriously exacting judge. I've been planning every detail of the festival for weeks just to impress him. Liam shoots you a significant look, a small smile on his face. Akim, don't pack your bags just yet. I have a good feeling about tomorrow. Your faith in us is touching, Duchess Riley. Time will tell whether it's deserved. I should see to my other guests, but thank you again for coming. Kiara and Ezekiel can show you to your rooms after they've given you the grand tour. Again bows and quickly vanishes into the crowd. Kiara walks over to sit on one of the couches, sighing, where you all join her. You didn't tell me you were going away, Kiara. If this art association thing doesn't work out, are you seriously going to leave? It wasn't my idea. My father was invited to the summit, and after I was wounded in the attack at the palace, he thought it would be nice for all of us to get away. Kiara, look, travel plans or no, I know you want to do what's best for Cordonia. I don't blame your dad for making other plans, but you were always one of the smartest people at court. You get what nobles leaving the country will look like to attackers, right? So, no matter how things go tomorrow, I think you'll do the right thing. Kiara wrings her hands, her brow furrowing as she weighs your words. You're right. This is my home. I've dreamed of serving in the foreign ministry since I was old enough to pronounce its name. She's not kidding. When she was 5, she was already drafting trade treaties with me over our toys. Going off to Switzerland won't do Cordonia or my dreams any good. I'll stay. Ticket cancellation policies be damned. Nice, we gained her. Thanks, Kiara. We really need all the support we can get. What about your support, Ezekiel? Mine? The question seems to catch him off guard. Before he can respond, Kiara speaks up with an apologetic smile. I wouldn't get your hopes up, Your Majesty. He might be heir to our state, but my brother's never taken much interest in courtly politics. He is, however, a decent tour guide if you like to see the rest of the estate. Anyone up for some fresh air? Arr! Then follow me. I suppose the humans don't get a say in this? Oh, you poor thing. Kiara and Ezekiel lead you out through the back of the chateau. You cross a well-manicured lawn to a hillside overlooking rows upon rows of grapevines. This is all yours? Every single vine. Mother imported the soil from her childhood home in Lignon. Lorraine? Lorraine? Yeah, I believe that's Lorraine. Just to grow the varietal of grape. I didn't know your mom was French. This explains a lot. Ezekiel leads you across the patio where you see a woman standing to one side, paintbrush in one hand, easel and canvas in front of her. That must be her mother. She stays poised for a moment and makes a confident flurry of brushstrokes. Maman? Is this a good time? There. After 2 more decisive brushstrokes, she sets her brush down. You catch a brief glimpse of the painting before she turns the easel away from view. That's to be face-palming. It's a fucking apple. It's a fucking apple. Okay. I guess I've arrived. Magnifique. Magnifique. There we go. I had to remember something from French class a long time ago about the F. Everyone, this is our mother, Jolie. So sorry I wasn't there to greet you, my dears. When the muse calls, it's impossible to hear anything else. You understand, I'm sure?
I'm sensing a kindred spirit.
You didn't have to hide your work. I would have loved to have seen it.
Jolie laughs warmly and pats Han on the shoulder.
Oh, not before it's finished. I can't stand spoilers. If it all goes well, you'll see in the festival tomorrow. How exciting!
Jolie surveys the rest of you. She curtsies briefly to the king, and then her gaze falls upon you.
You must be Duchess Riley. I've heard so much about you.
More good than bad ones, I hope.
A little column A, a little column B, but I trust my judgment over that of the rumor mill. I'm curious, do you share Lady Hannah's artistic interest?
I want to say yes. I've always loved painting. If it involves pigment on canvases, I'm in. Likewise, it's remarkable how a deliberate series of brushstrokes can perfectly capture a feeling. Like an apple.
Kiara, you should have told me. These two were connoisseurs. I must get your thoughts on art opening tomorrow. But speaking of tomorrow, we should save my husband from the last of the preparations. I adore the man, but he has the color sense of a rabbit. Perhaps Ezekiel could share some of the house wines with you while Kiara and I handle the rescue mission.
Right now, there's a documentary in custom canine orthotics I wanted to...
Oh, I'd love to stay and watch the sunset.
Oh, then sure. How about I open a few bottles for everyone to try?
So I'm commenting. I like this new side of you, Zeke.
While the others quiz Ezekiel about wine options, Liam walks over to you. This might be a good chance to sample some wines for our wedding.
I'm told you should never cater your drinks sight unseen.
And while everyone's busy enjoying their drinks, we might be able to sneak a moment or two alone. As over the others, who are already distracted by Penelope's poodle stories, Ezekiel most of all.
And that's how I taught Morgana to carry a purse in her paws.
That's just like the technique Binet suggests in her book on the canine mind. Ezekiel seems a lot more relaxed around Penelope. Maybe this could be your chance to get to know him better. Get his support before he makes up his mind about leaving. This is your chance to pick what drink you'll serve at your wedding and get an advantage with Ezekiel. And spend some time with Liam, according to the thing. Stay for a drink with Liam and your friends. Head back to the chateau.
I appreciate the invite, but food sounds better than wine right now. Oh, of course. If you'll follow us to the house, I'm sure our cooks can put something together.
Does your kitchen have whiskey? Dad might have a bottle somewhere. Later that night, after a quiet dinner, you find Penelope searching the sitting room.
Where could you be?
She ducks down to look under the couches and stands up sighing.
Did you lose an earring? I wish. I was looking at some fashion plates in the library, and I guess I lost track of time. When I turned around, Merlin and Morgana were gone. It's not like them to wander off on their own, and Morgana was limping a bit earlier. You haven't seen them, have you?
No, but dogs wander off sometimes.
They like to roam free. Not my dogs. They like treats, bubble baths, and sitting on dog-sized couches. I'm worried something's happened to them. Well, I could help you look. 2 people should be able to find them faster than 1. Oh, thank you, Riley.
You're already becoming a hassle on this tour, Penelope. You search the house and through, but turn up no sign of Penelope's poodles. Finally, the 2 of you head outside, where I'm sure Ezekiel has the 2 poodles. Oh, look! You find Ezekiel sitting on the front steps, tying a strip of gauze around one of Morgana's front paws. It's not too tight, is it? Let me know if it feels okay. Merlin nudges his sister with his snout and gaze inquiring. She tentatively puts some weight on the paw.
You found them!
She rushes over and gives them a hug, each poodle. Is Morgana gonna be okay? Good, it's new, poor girl got a thorn stuck under her metacarpal pad, but it was easy to get out with a pair of forceps.
You carry emergency tweezers around with you?
You don't?
Ezekiel, you're an awfully talented dog whisperer for an heir to a ducal estate.
I guess the cat's out of the bag, or the dog. I've always gotten along well with animals. When Dad wanted me to get involved with international outreach, I picked the World Wildlife Fund on spot.
Hannah's dad got a soft spot for endangered species if you're looking to raise money.
It's not just that. I mean, conversation is a big deal, but what I really want is to be a veterinarian.
That can't have been easy for him to admit. This could be my chance to get through to him. Ezekiel? That'd be perfect for you.
All I did was take out a thorn, Riley. I'd have to go back to school, spend years in training. Which, honestly, sounds like a dream come true, but where am I supposed to find the time?
Every dream has to start somewhere. If this is what you want to do, I think you'd be great at it.
That's what Kiki always says, but it means more coming from someone who doesn't have to have my back.
Just giving you some honest feedback. Riley's right. You'd be an amazing vet. Ezekiel smiles at Penelope and hints, and there's a hint of a blush on his cheeks.
That's, thanks, it means a lot. Too bad my parents will feel the same way.
Parents can be dumb. Oh, Kiara's got the whole diplomatic legacy handled. Why do they care if you want to do something different?
Oh, they're super proud of her. Don't get me wrong. She could drop a plate on the ambassador's foot and they'd be all, what an excellent display of Newton's first law. They've just always expected both of us to follow in Dad's footsteps. I'm the heir to the estate. Me becoming an accomplished diplomat is one thing. Running off to vet school, very different story.
Well, sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to. They're your parents, they should want you to be happy. Is there any way you can have the best of both worlds? The mother would get it. As she said, the muse, sometimes there's just the calling and everything around you just, it's gone. They're your parents, they should want you happy. Have you tried, talking to them about it? Zico twiddles his thumbs.
In my head, like 100 times. Out loud? Not yet.
It might not be as bad as you think. You won't know until you give it a shot.
Kiara never told me you had this awful habit of being right.
Well, yeah, I like to keep my superpowers under wraps. Ezekiel sighed.
I guess it doesn't matter now. We leave for the Alps in 2 days, and my German's way too rusty for me to volunteer at the animal shelter over there. Not much of a chance to do anything about it until we get back.
Your parents might be leaving, but you could stay and do the brave but hard thing. Remember, we're trying to get as many people as possible, and this one's a tough one. Do the brave but hard thing. Alright, let's go with, do the brave but hard thing. I get it, Change is scary, not to mention standing up to family, your own or otherwise. But sometimes for the things you really care about, you have to take leaps of faith. Ezekiel shakes his head, but he's smiling.
Man, is stubborn optimism what got you this far in Cordonia?
It didn't hurt. So what do you think?
Ezekiel hesitates, mulling the options over in his mind. You know what? I will stay.
Really?
Yeah. As soon as the festival's over, I'm gonna talk to Mom and Dad. I might be their heir, but that can mean what I want it to mean. Doctorate of veterinary medicine included.
That's the spirit.
And when you and Liam get this wedding of yours going, I'll be there.
Thanks, Ezekiel. Every bit of support really counts.
Please, too, you two. My friends call me Zeke. It's the least I can do after the pep talk. Kiara's been trying to talk me up to this for years.
I know a thing or two about getting people to follow their dreams.
Back inside the chateau, Penelope stretches and yawns.
It's way past these poodles' bedtime. Come on, you two.
Let me walk you to your room. This place can be a real labyrinth at night.
I think he's got a crush on you. Do, 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 do.
Ezekiel escorts her upstairs to her room. You can hear their voices drifting away from you.
Zeke's a really cute nickname.
You think you can thank Kiki for that one? As you watch them go, someone chuckles behind you. They seem to be getting along well.
Liam, you're up late.
I wanted to see how you were holding up with Kiara's family.
They're way nicer than I expected. Madeline made them sound like tedious politicians, but they're actually nice. And I think I'm friends with Ezekiel now.
I'm glad to hear it. This festival tomorrow, I know there's a lot riding on it for us and Cordonia. If you're not too tired, I thought we could sample some of the delicacies that will be on display. I could offer Cordonia's future queen a private lesson on worldly dining. And who knows, maybe we'll find a food we both enjoy to serve at our wedding.
Oh, look, it's this. You're just trying to compound things, Pixelberry.
There's a sparkle in his eyes as he looks up to you. I wonder if Carmen will plan our wedding.
I've been missing her. Oh my god, I bet you miss her too, don't you?
There's a sparkle in his eyes as he looks at you. I want Carmen back. Hashtag Carmen back or we riot. Start the movement on Twitter.
Thanks, Liam, but I think the best prep I can get for tomorrow is sleep.
I understand. We'll both need all the energy we can muster. Liam lifts your hands to his lips, kissing him. Sleep well, Riley.
And it's the end.
No? I was assuming in the next chapter, what will you do at the... Come downstairs the next morning to find Hakeem talking to a pale and panicked Francisco. Calm down, Francisco. Breathe.
Should I call a doctor?
I'll be alright, but Hakeem... Just tell us what happened. Francisco takes a shaky breath and runs a hand through his hair. I went for a walk to the gallery to make sure everything was ready for today. But there's been a terrible disaster. Let me guess. Is the art festival ruined along with your chance to unite Cordonia? Find out in the next chapter. Let me guess the militia struck there too? Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe. Head down in the description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Also, remember, we do have a Twitch. So, if you want to ever watch me stream on Twitch, go over there, and you can have at it and follow me. And I'll be streaming on and off YouTube and Twitch. So keep in mind that. I'll be doing a large assortment of games outside of choices. So, without further ado, stay tuned for Bloodbound and the finale of Endless Summer. Peace out, folks. Thanks for watching.